Welcome back to a Faster PC live support. I know you've been waiting all week for this show. Well, you don't have to wait any longer. Get excited. This time, this is exciting. We're actually going to be helping people resolve their computer problems. We may help you resolve your computer problems. So give us a call, 772-340-1590, 772-340-1590. Or you can head over to our Facebook or YouTube video. Either go to Facebook, search for a Faster PC. We have almost 23,000 likes. Go to YouTube. YouTube channel is kind of new, and we don't have as many likes over there, but get over there and you can watch the show there as well. Or you can head to our website at fasterpc.com. We have links to both our Facebook page and our YouTube channel where you can watch this show in its entirety. And you know what? If you're driving down the road, you're doing other things, you're not able to watch right now, you'll be able to watch the show in its entirety at your convenience after the show is over. So, but if you have a computer question, if you have a computer problem, if something's not working, now is your chance to get your problem solved for free. Give us a call, 772-340-1590, and let's see whether we can help you on this show resolve your computer problem. Also, we do have technicians that are standing by in the shop ready to resolve computer problems. And we'll be there today until 2, but you don't have to wait until then. Remember, computer problems?
You need a Faster PC.
Yes, you do, and we are here ready to answer your computer, your technical questions, ready to help you out with resolving your computer technical streaming, hey, cybersecurity. We're going to be talking about the CrowdStrike outage that happened yesterday. We also will be talking about some of the security threats. And of course, we're answering your questions. And really, your questions can dictate this show. If you call in and you have questions and you want to take us in a different direction, as long as it's related to technology, as long as it's related to computers, to streaming, to cybersecurity, we can go there. So we're here. We're ready to answer your questions. And I did want to just remind you that we have been rolling out a lot of our videos, segments of this show, various topics. We have rolled those out into shorter videos. So, of course, you can always, if you miss part of the show, you want to watch the entire show, you can go back and watch the entire show. You can also fast forward or rewind, get to the section that you want to watch, that you want to listen to. You'll be able to do that. You'll be able to watch it. But in addition to that, you can actually go to the shorter videos, our regular videos section, these can be anywhere from maybe 3 minutes to 20 minutes long, and they're going to cover a specific topic. We also have, YouTube has what's called shorts, which are anywhere from 15 seconds to 60 seconds, and those are very short videos that go over just a portion of those smaller videos. So you can actually check those all out on our YouTube channel, which now has over 16,000 views, and we're hoping to, hey, what can we get to this week? Let's see. You'll have to tune in next week to see where we are. But we're hoping that we will eclipse 18,000 or more views in the next week. One of the things that we did talk about at last week, and we did roll it out to a separate video, we had several shorts on it, was how to watch the Republican National Convention. And one of the things I said is that this year's convention will be more exciting than normal, more anticipated than normal. It won't be your average convention. And of course, I never, there's no way that I could have known what would happen on Saturday evening in Pennsylvania, where the assassin or would-be assassin attempted to take the life of President Donald Trump, and he actually turned his head to look at the screen, and then right before the bullet would have hit him in the head, actually cocked his head just a little bit, and that caused the bullet to only hit the ear. And of course, I'm not sure if it was that bullet or another bullet. There were 5 shots that were fired, but maybe that bullet or another bullet actually did hit another one in the crowd. There were actually, I believe, 3 people in the crowd behind Trump that were hit, and one of those did pass away. So definitely huge, big change, and definitely the Republican National Convention was much more active now, and much more anticipated than normal. And Trump's speech was much more anticipated than normal. And the assassination attempt actually brought out quite a bit of extra attention, including certain individuals that normally don't venture into politics, actually standing up and publicly endorsing President Trump, including Elon Musk, that has pledged $45 million a month to help get him reelected. I believe Bill Ackman also came out and endorsed President Trump, and Hulk Hogan. And by the way, if you haven't seen Hulk Hogan's speech at the Republican National Convention, I would encourage you to see it. I was cracking up laughing. You know, he's an entertainer, and you know the types of things that wrestlers do, and really it's kind of interesting because you know, a lot of the things that some people don't like about President Trump, I mean, I kind of think he's almost like a professional wrestler, where he actually does get out there and you know, he just kind of, you know, is brash, and he goes after his opponents and so on. So this is something that definitely you know, what we're looking at here is just you know, definitely it was really interesting to watch Hulk Hogan's speech. And for some reason, my battery on my laptop just actually flipped into power mode, even though I'm plugged in. So I might have to just check that here, make sure that it does say I'm plugged in. It said I was plugged in earlier, but it was actually discharging. But one of the things that we did want to just reiterate, you know, and go over really some of the things that we saw with the coverage, the news coverage of the assassination attempt on Saturday. It was really quite amazing to see some of the things that we did see, really coming out from some of the media. I know Elon Musk, who, by the way, the Republican National Convention was streamed on Twitter, which is now X. It was also streamed on YouTube. Multiple broadcast companies were actually streaming it on YouTube, and it was streamed on other venues. We went over that last week, how to watch that. And by the way, for anyone that's listening that is, and I know we have customers that are Democrats, and that's certainly fine. We will, when the Democratic National Convention comes up, we will go over how you can watch that as well. And by the way, that could be quite a bit more interesting as well, as there's right now a lot of speculation, a lot of Democrats calling for President Biden to step aside. And then there's also the President Biden and his campaign saying, well, he's not going to step aside. And then many of the people that are calling for President Biden to step aside are also calling for an open convention. So it will be interesting. That convention could be very interesting. In fact, it could be really something that we haven't seen really in my lifetime, and probably in your lifetime either. You know, a lot of people talk about a brokered convention, and this actually may be a brokered convention. And of course, if it is, there's a lot of different scenarios that could happen with that. But this is definitely the Republican National Convention was widely viewed. One of the things, by the way, we did talk about last week, and I actually talked about whether you should watch it on a channel such as CNN or MSNBC or Fox News, or whether you should watch it directly from the stream, directly from the GOP. And we watched actually 3 of the 4 nights with the GOP feed, and one night we did watch a conservative feed, or a feed from a conservative network. One of the things I found was interesting is that some of the feeds actually excluded certain speeches, including Tucker Carlson's speech, which was not carried by CNN or MSNBC. So if you're out there and you were watching the Republican National Convention from some of those, some of the media firms that don't agree with right politics, you might have actually had filters, and you might have actually had certain events that did happen that you weren't able to see and you weren't able to watch because the network didn't want you to watch it. And when we come back from the next break, we'll actually talk about how some of the networks actually did that and maybe are doing that still with the coverage of this assassination attempt of President Trump.
You're listening to a Faster PC radio here, heard every Saturday in the 10 o'clock hour right here on this station and stream live to our Facebook page. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back, ready to answer your computer questions. So you know what? If you have questions, well, we can't answer them unless you ask them. Our number, if you want to have your computer questions answered, is 772-340-5090. 772-340-5090. Also, you can type your questions into the comments section of our live Facebook video that's happening right now over at Facebook. You can go there, search for Faster PC. We have almost 23,000 likes, or just go to our website, fasterpc.com. Click on the link to listen to a Faster PC radio. We're here. We're ready to answer your computer questions, and we'll be right back to do that. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC. This is Brian Longworth, host of a Faster PC Radio, where we answer your computer questions for free every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. But it gets even better than that.
Now, wait a minute. How could it possibly get any better than that?
Yes, Cliff. A Faster PC has technicians standing by every Saturday ready to work on your computer.
Wait a minute. Technicians standing by on a Saturday?
Well, Cliff, a Faster PC has technicians standing by Monday through Friday for standard and emergency service, both in-shop and on-site. That means you can bring your computer to a Faster PC, or a Faster PC can come to you. And if you need computer service in a hurry, we offer emergency service both in-shop and on-site. We can handle anything from software installs, viruses, spyware, to multi-site VPN networking. Computer problems?
You need a Faster PC.
A Faster PC, conveniently located at 7186 South US 1, Port St. Lucie, and on the web at afasterpc.com. For more information, call 878-5978. 878-5978. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC.
From the founding of our company, a Faster PC has provided our customers with quality service and computer products at competitive prices. We find that in the current economy, this is more important than ever. A Faster PC recently conducted a market survey and found that our prices are the least expensive in the area. Some of our competitors charge twice what we charge. Perhaps that's why more customers are turning to a Faster PC. We're helping our customers save money by repairing their computers rather than replacing them.
Now, wait a minute. You mean a Faster PC saves customers money?
A Faster PC offers the most competitive prices for computer repair in our area.
Wait a minute. Technicians that know what they're doing for less than the competition?
That's right. A Faster PC can handle anything from software installs, virus, spyware, and malware, and those annoying pop-ups, to QuickBooks, Metisoft, and SoftIn support, from wireless networks to hardware networks. Computer problems?
You need a Faster PC.
Conveniently located at 7186 South US 1, Port St. Lucie, and on the web at afasterpc.com. Call 878-5978. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC.
Welcome back to a Faster PC Radio. I know you've been waiting, a whole few minutes for the next segment of today's show. If you've been waiting to give us a call so that you can get your computer question answered, well, now's a great time to give us a call. Give us a call. The number here at the studio is 772-340-1590. 772-340-1590. Of course, if you're a little bit shy, maybe you don't want to call and be on the radio, this is your opportunity, by the way, if you do want to be on the radio. But if you're a little bit shy, maybe you don't want to be on the radio, you don't want people to hear what you say, then you can actually head over to our Facebook video. It's a live Facebook video going on right now. You can head over there. Just go to www.afasterpc.com. Click on the link to listen to a Faster PC Radio. That'll take you to our Facebook page. Or you can go to Facebook, search for a Faster PC. You'll find our page. We have between 22 and 23,000 likes. You'll be able to actually get over there, scroll down on the page a little bit. You'll see the live video, and you can type your question into the comment section. Now, your question doesn't have to be on what we've been talking about. It can be on any topic as long as it's computer related. So head over there and you can be on the show, or just give us a call, 772-340-1590. We did also want to remind you that we have technicians standing by ready to resolve computer problems. Our number in the shop is 772-878-5978, and we are located at 7190 South US 1 in Port St. Lucie. Again, the number is 772-875-5978. Computer problems?
You need a faster PC.
Yes, you do, and we are back ready to answer your question, 772-340-1590. If you have a computer technical, streaming, cybersecurity question, we can actually put you on. You can take us in a different direction. That's perfectly fine with that. Sometimes if we're in the middle of explaining something, we might wait until the end of that explanation, or we might just cut it short and pick it up later. But we will actually get to you and we will answer your question. Now, one of the things I did want to just go over, okay, so do we have a caller, Cliff? I see you putting, okay, so who do we have on the line?
Earl's on the line with you.
Earl, welcome to a Faster PC Live Technical Support. How can we help you today?
Okay, first of all, I love your show.
Thank you.
And fortunately, I was out at Home Depot and I got back late for the beginning of the show.
Yes.
My question was, what happened yesterday with Microsoft, would that have any effect on my personal computer? I haven't been able to check my emails or my bank accounts. It's just saying that it's not available.
Yeah. So the problem would not directly impact your Microsoft computer, but indirectly it may, because and really it wouldn't directly affect your computer unless your computer was running CrowdStrike, which is a cybersecurity software, and really it's not even marketed to residential, it's marketed to big businesses. They don't have a huge amount of business, but they do about, I believe, $900 million a year. Without a huge number of customers, they're dealing with very large customers. But your email provider and your bank may be one of those customers. So in that case, yes, it could impact you because they may be down, because they may be using CrowdStrike. So, and we were going to talk about CrowdStrike and the outage yesterday. I mean, this affected airlines, it affected medical, it affected banks, maybe it affected email providers as well. Any customer using CrowdStrike could have been affected by this. And what happened was there was an update that actually was taken by or made by CrowdStrike, the CrowdStrike software. And the CrowdStrike software, again, is a cybersecurity software that is there to protect against cyber events. And being a cybersecurity software, it really has permissions to do a lot of things on the computer, including changing certain files. And what actually happened with this is that it actually changed a file that caused computers, when they rebooted, to go to a blue screen, what's called a blue screen of death. And I'm sure many of those out there, maybe even you, are familiar with this blue screen of death. In the Windows Windows 8 and Windows 7 days, it was a really kind of a almost, I guess, a more of a royal blue. And the newer Windows 10 and 11, it's a softer blue, so it doesn't look quite as ominous, but it's still, what it means is your computer tried to boot into Windows and was not able to get all the way into Windows. So you can imagine hospitals had major problems with this because of this CrowdStrike issue. There are hospitals today that, and really it's much more efficient to not have paper. I mean, hospitals aren't walking around with paper that tells them what type of medication their patients take. They're not walking around, with information and paper that tells them what the patient is actually there for, and what the patient is, and the various treatment that the patient's going to have, and what to watch out for. And certainly the staff may remember, if they were there, maybe the day before and had this patient, they may remember, and they may be able to get some briefing from their other staff, but really it can create problems when the computers aren't available. Major problems. In fact, one of the things that we hear quite often is, times were just so much simpler in the old days before computers. And that to an extent is true. I mean, I remember going to the dentist. We had a dentist that fought automation and fought computers for a long time. In fact, as recent as maybe 10 years ago, when you went to the dentist and you needed to schedule an appointment, they would pull out an index card out of a little metal box that would have your name on it, and they had like a manual system of scheduling the next appointment, and now they're totally automated in that. So computers definitely make businesses more efficient, and definitely help out with keeping track of things, and can help even preventing errors. But when there's a problem with the computer, and in this case it affected entire companies. Now, one of the things I saw and actually heard on the CBS news feed coming into this show, before this show, you may have heard it. Those, I know, Earl, you weren't listening at the beginning, but some of those that were listening may have heard it. The advice to actually diversify your cybersecurity offerings, and certainly to an extent that is good information that you should actually, and we actually believe the best protection is to have multiple layers of protection, to not put all of your eggs in one basket. And we really do that because if one of those entities, or one of those layers, the company that provides that service, if their service is compromised, we at least still have other layers that can actually watch and look and shut down a threat, even if it's coming from another cybersecurity firm. It can be shut down. But that type of multi-layer or having multiple providers would not be effective unless you just had some computers protected by one provider and some computers protected by another provider. And when you do stuff like that, what happens is that none of the computers are as protected as they would be if the same providers were providing all of the service for all of the computers. For instance, we have what's called one in our cybersecurity stack for companies. we have Managed Detect and Respond, which includes a SOC, which stands for Security Operations Center. So there's software that's watching for odd things happening, and when there's an odd thing that happens or it detects something odd, like maybe someone trying to log in from Russia or someone trying to log in from China, someone trying to log in from the Ukraine, when it sees something odd like that, it sends an alert to or maybe someone actually did log in from one of those companies or one of those countries. It actually sends an alert to a human being that's working 24/7. Obviously not the same person, but they have shifts of technicians that are working 24/7, 365 days a year to actually watch over the network. And so it can actually, those engineers can actually come in and look at that. Well, if we used one MDR provider with SOC for some computers and another one for other computers, then neither of them would have all of the information and would not be able to fully protect the network. And one of them, could slip up and allow a hacker into a system, and the other one would have no knowledge of that. So I don't believe that really is the solution here. But there is a solution, and a lot of times, solutions to technology problems are simple. But they're only simple once you figure out what is causing the problem. And it takes some time sometimes to figure out what is causing the problem. And certainly CrowdStrike worked with various vendors, and they found out what caused the problem. And just right now, I'm going to actually go over the steps that you need to take for if you're out there. Maybe, and really, in most cases, this would not be in most cases this would not be someone that is a private person or that would be doing this. In most cases, this would be an IT professional that would be doing this. But in this case, if you're out there, you're listening, and I know we do have some IT professionals that do listen to this show, and sometimes they call in periodically, but we actually are about to share with you the solution to a computer that has this issue. And that is to go into recovery mode and to boot into safe mode. In safe mode, you're not loading all of the operating system. You're not loading all of the software that normally would load, and you can actually make some changes to the system. And what you want to do is you actually want to delete a file that is in the Windows folder, in the System32 folder inside of Windows, and in the drivers folder inside of that folder, and in the CrowdStrike folder inside of the drivers folder. And the file name is C-000000291 *.sys. So that would actually delete several files. So, the asterisk is a wild card. So anything that starts with C-000000291 and then ends with .cy or sys would actually be a file that would need to be deleted. You can actually run that from the command prompt, and we can actually include the notes for that after this show's over in the full system notes or the full show notes. We'll also, when we roll out this video, we will include that in the notes as well, or the description below that video as well, so that anyone that is a security expert or a computer technician that is dealing with this CrowdStrike issue, you will have the information to be able to resolve that problem, and you will be able to do so again, by following the steps that we provide in that. But definitely this could, if your bank was down, if you were flying and your airline was down, it would affect you. If your email provider were using CrowdStrike, it could definitely affect you. So this is something that is out there. a lot of the systems, should be coming back online because this workaround or this resolution is widely known now and widely distributed. So that's something that definitely we would just encourage you to take a look at if you are an IT professional out there and you need to know how to resolve this. And I would imagine, Earl, that your bank website will be coming up soon, that your email service provider will be coming up soon. Sometimes when you're having problems with your computer, it's your computer. But sometimes when you're accessing a third party, it could be that third party is just having problems. We see this on a regular basis here in our shop as we're working on situations. Sometimes we're working on resetting a password. And let's say, the company is supposed to send us a code. We don't get the code. Well, their system that sends the code sometimes is down. Sometimes it's the person's phone's not working, or maybe that number's being blocked somehow from coming through. But sometimes that service provider is actually being blocked, and we actually are just have to wait. We have to try it the next day or the next day. Sometimes the companies even think, hey, someone's trying to hack in, so we're not going to send the code right now, and you have to wait even longer. But we can, you have to sometimes be patient with these things. But I would imagine that those services that you weren't able to access yesterday may be coming up soon. And it would be interesting if anyone else has experienced any problems with this. You can definitely give a call into the show and we can go over that as well. Coming out of the next break.
You're listening to a Faster PC radio heard on this station every Saturday in the 10 o'clock hour. We're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back for the final segment of today's show. Listen, if you want to get your computer questions answered and you haven't called in, now's your opportunity. In fact, this is your last opportunity coming up. 772-340-1590. 772-340-1590. You can also head over to our Facebook page, and you can actually, from the Facebook page, you can type your computer questions into the comment section of the live video, and we'll cover them on today's show. But you know what? You've got to get over there right now, or give us a call, 772-340-1590, so we can answer your computer questions. Computer problems? You need a faster PC.
This is Brian Longworth, host of A Faster PC Radio, where we answer your computer questions for free every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. But it gets even better than that.
Now, wait a minute. How could it possibly get any better than that?
Yes, Cliff. A Faster PC has technicians standing by every Saturday ready to work on your computer.
Wait a minute. Technicians standing by on a Saturday?
Well, Cliff, A Faster PC has technicians standing by Monday through Friday for standard and emergency service, both in-shop and on-site. That means you can bring your computer to A Faster PC, or A Faster PC can come to you. And if you need computer service in a hurry, we offer emergency service both in-shop and on-site. We can handle anything from software installs, viruses, spyware, to multi-site VPN networking. Computer problems?
You need a faster PC.
A Faster PC, conveniently located at 7186 South US 1, Port St. Lucie, and on the web at afasterpc.com. For more information, call 878-5978. 878-5978. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC.
From the founding of our company, A Faster PC has provided our customers with quality service and computer products at competitive prices. We find that in the current economy, this is more important than ever. A Faster PC recently conducted a market survey and found that our prices are the least expensive in the area. Some of our competitors charge twice what we charge. Perhaps that's why more customers are turning to A Faster PC. We're helping our customers save money by repairing their computers rather than replacing them.
Now, wait a minute. You mean A Faster PC saves customers money?
A Faster PC offers the most competitive prices for computer repair in our area.
Wait a minute. Technicians that know what they're doing for less than the competition?
That's right. A Faster PC can handle anything from software installs, virus, spyware, and malware, and those annoying pop-ups, to QuickBooks, Metisoft, and SoftIn support. From wireless networks to hardware networks. Computer problems?
You need a faster PC.
Conveniently located at 7186 South US 1, Port St. Lucie, and on the web at afasterpc.com. Call 878-5978. Computer Computer problems? You need a faster PC.
Welcome back to A Faster PC Radio. This is the last segment of today's show. We'd love to answer your computer questions, but if you don't call, we can't answer. Give us a call. The number to have your computer question answered is 772-340-1590, 772-340-1590, or you can hop on over to our Facebook page, A Faster PC, and actually from there, you can type your question into the comment section. So again, just a few more minutes to answer your questions. We did want to remind you also that not only can you ask your questions at the Facebook page or by calling 772-340-1590, but you can also watch the video as well. So some of the questions that I'm answering, as I answer those questions, I'll be able actually to show you the steps that you go through to resolve computer problems. And if you're not where you can watch it right now, that's fine. You can watch it at your convenience shortly after the show's over. It'll be up there on our Facebook page. You can get there one of two ways. Either go to our website, afasterpc.com. We have a link that says listen to A Faster PC Radio. If you click on that, it'll take you to our Facebook page, or go to Facebook and search for A Faster PC. We also wanted to remind you that in the shop we have technicians standing by today to work on computers and resolve computer problems. We're at 7190 South US 1, and our number in the office is 772-878-5978. And of course, we're here to answer your questions. Well, your computer questions, and we could answer other questions, but we're here specifically to answer computer questions. Computer problems? You need a faster PC.
Yes, you do, and we are back ready to answer your computer and technical questions, your cybersecurity questions, your streaming questions. We can actually go over that. One of the things that I did want to cover in streaming is just really the event that happened last Saturday, the attempted assassination. Not only with streaming, but the effects of technology on the media, as well as on events such as an attempted assassination. And certainly one of the things, there's a lot of controversy over what happened Saturday, just as there was a lot of controversy when JFK was assassinated. There's still, to this day, a lot of controversy, because you know what? People didn't have cell phones. People didn't have, there weren't cameras on businesses all over the place. It was basically eyewitnesses, and of course people weren't really expecting that the president would be shot. There's a lot of speculation about who shot him, how it happened, and all of this. Even to this day, even with the releasing of some of the FBI files, there's still speculation about that to this day. But it's interesting, really. I think one of the things is, first of all, you actually have ordinary citizens that with their cell phone can take a video, can take a photo, and can actually post that on social media, or can post it on YouTube, or on X, or on Facebook, and actually connect directly to those who are actually wanting to receive information about what is happening. One of the things that I saw a quote from on X, I saw a quote from Elon Musk, and he mentioned that over the weekend, with the coverage of this assassination attempt, that he was watching really the new media, YouTube and X and other new media, and he was also watching the mainstream, the classical cable TV media. And he said, when the big networks got it wrong, it took them hours to correct it. And he said when on social media, when things were wrong, were reported incorrectly, it was corrected within minutes. and he really just talked about how it's just really a game changer, to have just an average person that can be able to communicate to the world and provide even eyewitness information to the world. One of the things that I saw that was very interesting is the headlines that CNN had, and also the Washington Post, after the assassination attempt. So CNN's first headline was "Secret Service rushes Trump off stage after he falls at rally." Now we know, by the way, that the president of the current president of the United States, President Biden, has fallen many times on stage, and he has fallen climbing upstairs. And at none of those points did the Secret Service have to rush him off the stage. Maybe they helped him up. Certainly they have helped him up, and sometimes maybe that's part of the reason why they weren't quite as ready to address a shooting incident or an attempted assassination. Maybe there's just they've gotten used to having to help people up that are falling. But CNN knew what was happening, and it's amazing. They were actually streaming the event. Certainly they didn't know all of the details, but they knew that President Trump didn't just fall. And so they were being deceptive in that headline and in that reporting. And 20 years ago, they might have gotten away with it for a little bit of time. But even, there were other news agencies, so you would think that they would be respectful, that they would report the truth, because the truth will come out, because there's a lot of different news entities there that were streaming, and people are going to know what actually happened. Now the Washington Post said Trump escorted away after loud noises at PA rally. These guys may have gotten away with this in the past. Definitely, back in the day, I mean, there was a time where you had ABC, CBS, and NBC. Those were the only news outlets. And then CNN actually came and brought competition to them. And then, of course, later on, you had talk radio coming out. And then you had Fox News coming out. And now you have even some people that are former news anchors on some of those big media companies that actually have their own YouTube channels. And then you also have individuals that just have a following of some of them really on their channels have more views on their channels than CNN and MSNBC have on their news networks. It's amazing that just ordinary people can actually have a huge following on social media. You also had, with people having their own cell phone cameras, you actually have, not only the reports that people in the crowd that were outside the event that weren't able to be close enough to the stage, but they were able to be outside the event and had a different point of view than some of the other people. They saw the shooter on the roof prior to the shooting and were actually reporting to the news afterward that they were actually alerting the police and alerting the Secret Service. And you know what? There's actually video to back that up from cell phones. So some of the people were reporting to the police, and then other people were actually recording the video of this happening. So you know that they weren't just making this up. We also have learned from the reports that have come out from this that the Secret Service actually was watching. They were watching that guy for over an hour before he fired shots. And that they actually, for 20 minutes, they knew he was on the roof. For at least 20 minutes, they knew he was on the roof and that he had a rifle. And they still let President Trump go out there to speak. And even right before the shots, they had the ability to take him out and refused to do so, and even waited until after 5 shots were fired before the shooter was taken out. And so, it really, 40 years ago, 50 years ago, definitely, the Kennedy assassination happened way before all of this technology. Technology has revolutionized news reporting and has also revolutionized criminal investigations and also investigations into events such as what happened on Saturday. And this happens, by the way, not only on big events like this assassination attempt, but this is, just think about the impact of technology on everyday life and on things that happen, accidents. I mean, there are accidents where there's video footage from surrounding businesses. I was called out to a business yesterday. One of the clients that we service, they have cameras, and I've shown them how to back up the video, but they probably don't remember how to do it. So they had an incident that they needed me to back it up, and while I was there, they had another incident that involved the police, and the police were there, and the police started asking about the video from the previous 2 days ago when there was an accident that involved a fatality. And this client actually had cameras, and the cameras were actually about 450 feet away from where the accident was, and actually even shooting through trees, but you still could see the accident, and we were able to actually pull that video out and write it to a USB drive, and the police actually took a video of the TV that has the cameras. And by the way, it was crystal clear, even though it was about 400 feet away, even though there were trees and other things, you still could clearly make out what happened. And if you go back, let's say 20 years ago, maybe 30 years ago, the person that was at fault might have been able to say, well, you know what, I was going, a normal speed, and the other guy was going too fast, and they could actually make something up. But you actually can look at the video and you can see what happened. So you don't have to just rely on eyewitnesses. You also have video evidence of what is happening. So this is really huge. It's really big, and technology has improved the ability to actually know what is going on, what is happening, has really revolutionized the way many things happen in our country. Now, one of the things I do want to follow up, we don't have a lot of time to go over these threats, but there are some threats that I do want to make you aware of. These are cybersecurity threats that are out there right now, and I want to quickly run through these so that you can know, so that if any of these affect you, maybe you're in business, some of these affect businesses, some of them affect entities that have websites, some of them will affect you maybe as a third party receiving information from or services from a company that has some of these threats. But there is a dangerous XM exploit affecting security filters on 1.5 million mail servers. So if you receive email, and in this, by the way, there's a CVE number, 2024 39929. It affects, again, the email servers. So there's a possibility that even your email account, there's 15 million, it's actually 15 million. Well, one place it says 1.5 million, another place it says 15 million. So I'm not sure which it is right now, but one of the two is correct. But there's a possibility that you might receive some email that is risky that you wouldn't ordinarily receive because of this threat. There's also a Cisco SSM exploit that allows attackers to change any user's password. Very critical. It needs to be addressed. Anyone that's using Cisco SEG appliances. There's a critical Apache Hugecraft vulnerability that needs to be patched out there. AT&T, we'll talk about this maybe more next week, but they had a data breach affecting 109 million customers. There's also a DNS hijack targeting crypto platforms registered with Squarespace, which means that if you go to one of these websites, you could actually be redirected to a fraudulent website that is put up to steal your username and password. So be safe, protect yourself out there.
And we're coming to the end of today's show, but if you've missed any part of this show, or just want to listen to it again or watch it again, because you can do that at our Facebook page and YouTube channel. You can not only hear the show, but also see the show. And when we've described and shown you how to resolve computer problems, you can actually see that and watch it over and over again at our Facebook page or our YouTube channel. You can get there by going to our website of fasterpc.com and clicking on the links. We're open today until 2 p.m. Monday through Friday, we're open from 9 to 5. And next Saturday, we'll be open from 9 to 2. We want to invite you to listen to our church radio show tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. here on WPSL. The title to tomorrow's sermon is Applying Biblical Principles to Government, Part 2. You can listen to other sermons on our church website, covenanttabernacle.com, or our church Facebook page, Covenant Tabernacle World Outreach Center. You can find a Faster PC's Facebook page and YouTube channel by searching for a Faster PC on Facebook and YouTube, or by going to our website and clicking on the links. While there, you can actually watch the show, not only hear the show, but also watch the show and see the steps that we go through to actually resolve computer problems. A Faster PC is conveniently located at 7190 South US 1 on the east side of US 1, just north of Rio Mar. We're also on the web at www.afasterpc.com. Again, that's afasterpc.com. And you can reach us at 772-878-5978. Again, 772-878-5978. Computer problems?
Don't you know by now you need a faster PC?
1 Timothy 2 instructs us to pray for those who are in authority over us. In America, we not only have the right to pray, but also the right and responsibility to vote. How do you know which candidate will uphold biblical values, though? FloridaVotesValues.com now has local voter guides available in several counties. Visit FloridaVotesValues.com to learn where the candidates stand on life, liberty, marriage, sex ed, transgender bathrooms, taxes, the Second Amendment, critical race theory, defund the police, and more. Again, visit FloridaVotesValues.com.
This is WPSL Port St. Lucie. This is